Remember, so every year, Mahjong Soul does like an annual report based on your scores. It's basically Spotify Unwrapped for Mahjong. But one of the things that it always focuses on is telling you like, hey, don't get too down if you lose. It's kind of inevitable in this game. And for some reason, that really was kind of helpful for me the first time I heard it. Like, I used to take my losses really personally, just like across the board, but honestly, sometimes things don't work out, and that's fine. Yeah, like that's the thing where it's like, if you're losing half the time, you're playing against someone equally skilled. Like that's ideally where you want to be. Kind of on that note, talking about fighting games, if for those of you that are true boomers and used to play Guilty Gear Xrd, or heaven forbid, you are like turning to dust and used to play Plus R, or do play Plus R, there's one Faust player who I have tremendous respect for, Nage. And he used to publish these blog posts that were just like his thoughts about game theory and fighting games. And one of the big, hey, look, I'm dust too. Don't worry about it. I've done too many Sidewinder loops to not turn into dust. But yeah, Nage used to publish these blog posts, and there's one that really stuck with me, because he basically wrote out that like the nature of Guilty Gear makes it impossible to win every game all the time. Man, that was a bad misplay. I was thinking about how cool Nage is and made the absolute misplay. Unforced error. Nage mixed me from a different game. But yeah, that's always stuck with me. Yeah, I used to think that it was like, until I read that blog post, I used to think that the goal should be winning all the time. Like, I should always win. And there's no excuse, because it's like, you can technically win every game. So why wouldn't you win every game? Like, it's possible, right? But it's just not feasible. And trying to put that expectation on yourself is only going to, like you said, make an awful, grueling grind out of something that should be fun. But yeah. That was like a big pivotal moment for me, with accepting like, hey, losing is inevitable, and it's not a personal reflection on you. Yeah. Like, there's like a real power. It's in not caring about winning or losing. I think that's like a real gateway to being able to be a mindful competitor. Like it's when I hit that point where I stopped caring about trying to win all the time and was instead focused on trying to enjoy what I was doing and all that. Like, that was when I improved the most. Exactly. Like, once I stopped putting the pressure on myself to think like, oh man, I have to win all the time or else I suck, I got so much better incredibly quickly. Because it was just fun. And like, I was putting so much of my mental energy into beating myself up. And then once I stopped doing that, I was like, wait, what if I just put that mental energy into getting better? How wild would that be? Could you imagine that working? Oh my God. Who would have ever thought? Yeah, exactly. Because like, you put all that energy in, and like the first thing you really lose track of is the small situations. And those small situations add up so quickly. And then like when you're misnavigating those, you're going to lose, and then you beat yourself up, and then you feel worse, and it just spirals out of control really quickly.